Plotinus Third Ennead, 5th Tractate, on Love. Introduction: Love as a philosophical and cosmic force. Plotinus begins by aligning himself with Plato's vision in the Symposium, where love is described as a daemonic power born of penia, poverty, and poros, resource, lacking yet desiring to be fulfilled. But Plotinus elevates this myth into a metaphysical doctrine. Love is not merely an emotional or psychological force, it is the creative tension of the cosmos itself. Everything that exists longs for the good. Every soul is drawn upward by eros. Love, then, is the force of return, the power that binds being to the source of being. It is the erotic fire that burns at the heart of the universe. The birth of love, desire for the beautiful. Plotinus affirms that love arises from beauty. When the soul encounters something beautiful, a face, a form, a soul, a thought, it experiences a stirring, a desire to unite with that beauty, to possess it, to become one with it. But why does beauty move us? Because it reminds the soul of its origin. The soul recognizes, in beauty, the trace of the divine and is drawn toward it. Love is thus the soul's awakening to its memory of the higher realm. This applies not only to physical beauty, but to virtue, intellect, and form. Wherever beauty shines, love follows because the soul, in its essence, is already aligned with the beautiful. 2. The nature of eros, neither mortal nor divine, but daemonic. Like Plato, Plotinus describes eros as daemonic, an intermediate being between gods and mortals, between unity and multiplicity. Love is not fully divine, for it lacks, it seeks, it desires. Yet it is not purely human either, it is the soul's longing for the divine, and it flows from the very structure of being. Eros, then, is a mediator. It connects the lower to the higher, the visible to the invisible, the lover to the beloved. It is the dynamic power of participation. Every level of reality has its own form of love. The body loves beauty through sensation. The soul loves beauty through virtue, character, and thought. Nous loves by eternally contemplating itself, the forms. Even the one, though beyond love in the ordinary sense, is the source of all longing, because it is the absolutely desirable, the good itself. 3. Love as creative process, the world born of eros. Plotinus goes further. Love is not only a response to beauty, it is the cause of beauty. The universe itself was born from divine eros. The one, in its overflowing perfection, produces nous. Nous, in contemplating the one, gives rise to soul. Soul, moved by beauty and love, creates the world. Thus, the entire procession of being is an act of love. Each lower principle longs for the higher, and this longing gives rise to life, order, and multiplicity. Creation is not necessity, nor randomness. It is the soul's erotic desire to image the intelligible, to reproduce beauty in time and space. The cosmos is a hymn to the good composed by love. 4. Love in the soul, from body to spirit. For Plotinus, human love mirrors this cosmic movement. He traces the path of erotic ascent. At first, the soul is stirred by bodily beauty, a face, a form. But soon it sees that beauty is not in the body alone, it resides in the soul, in character, intelligence, nobility. The lover ascends from the visible to the invisible, from the image to the form. Eventually, the soul becomes a lover of wisdom, a philosopher, and desires the beautiful itself, eternal, incorporeal, divine. This ascent is not a rejection of love, but its fulfillment. True love is not quenched by possession, it is perfected through vision. The philosopher, Plotinus says, is the true lover because he alone knows what beauty truly is. The madness of love, divine possession. Plotinus acknowledges that love can be overwhelming, a kind of divine madness, mania, as Plato described. But this is not madness in the pejorative sense. It is a disruption of the lower self by the higher, a divine incursion into the soul. The soul in love forgets itself, transcends itself, and is lifted into a state of ecstasy. Ecstasis, a standing outside the self. This madness is not loss of reason, but the soul's encounter with the irrational fullness of beauty. In this way, love becomes a mystical force. It draws the soul into union, not through logic, but through eros, through desire. It is the most powerful form of divine initiation. 6. The goal of love, union with the beautiful itself. Plotinus concludes by pointing toward the highest object of love. Not a beautiful body or soul, not even a form, but beauty itself, which resides in nous and ultimately flows from the one. To love truly is to be drawn into identity with the form one loves. The lover becomes like the beloved. In contemplating beauty, the soul becomes beautiful. In loving the good, it becomes good. Love transforms the soul into the image of the divine. This is why love is the soul's highest power. It is the engine of return, the fire of remembrance, the wound that heals, and the ache that draws us home. Conclusion: Eros as the soul's ladder to the divine. On Love, Plotinus shows that Eros is not merely a human emotion. It is the cosmic desire for the good, the soul's remembrance of beauty, and the force that moves all things to reunite with their source. Love begins in the visible but ends in the invisible. It starts with lack, but leads to fullness. It is born of poverty, but finds its power in resourcefulness. It is the soul's way of saying, I come from the one, and I want to return. For Plotinus, the greatest lovers are not those who possess, but those who contemplate. Those who allow beauty to lift the soul until it becomes one with the divine fire that first gave rise to love itself.